what you?
It ain't but one guy. Hold on. There's one guy. We ain't but one guy. It ain't but one guy keeping him away from him. That's Terence Crawford.
Hey,
but one guy.
Everyone in the room picked you to win. Everyone that I asked. Everyone.
Except for me. Guess what?
It's gonna be a very interesting fight because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keyshawn is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I also said that he's not just back, he's different. You understand me? So when you got a guy that has that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy, you can never count him out.
I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, Devin's season. I just seen something the other day. Keyshawn was saying it like, you know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he knew he wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he was 5-0, knowing he wasn't ready. So that season it play a part. You know what I mean?
Boxing legend Terence Crawford has finally spoken about the rumors of a potential fight between Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. Crawford throws his support behind Keyshawn Davis, believing his strength and non-stop pressure could cause serious problems. From his point of view, that style is the kind that can make a fighter like Devin Haney uncomfortable and turn the fight into a real test.
Okay, can you play basketball? Because I heard he could really play.
No. You can't even be Shakur.
So,
you.
What's Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the videos.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just seen the video.
Exactly. What would happen? Exactly.
Terence Crawford also sends a clear message ahead of the matchup, pointing to the danger of overlooking Keyshawn Davis. He frames Davis as a fighter driven by hunger and power, warning that taking him lightly could lead to serious trouble inside the ring.
You know, running up to him like that, unless he's Mike Tyson, it just shows how the sport chew you up and spit you out. You know, out with the old and with the new.
Meanwhile, Keyshawn Davis signals that talks are active and keeps the focus on one goal, making it clear the clash with Devin Haney is expected to land in 2026. The way he frames it, this is the matchup everyone has been waiting for.
I believe he tweeted like, Keyshawn, let's do it. I mean,
he said that?
Yeah, but he tweeted like something like that, yeah.
Well, you know, Bill was in my DMs. We already was talking about it, honestly, before he even hit the media, so I know it's going to happen in 2026.
And you're good going straight to Devin in your first fight at 47?
If it makes money, it makes sense.
Keyshawn Davis moves forward with strong backing from those closest to him, especially Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford. With Shakur helping shape his growth and believing the moment has arrived, the message around Davis is clear. This feels like his time to step into the spotlight.
Even when we kind of having our, nigga, come on.
Yeah.
We getting past that, and that was your turn, and I'm not gonna allow and sit back and allow you to even waste that talent that you got, because I've been told, Key, for years, bro, you could be one of the best. All you gotta do is just, boom, discipline.
You know, with both of y'all being the best, they always gonna want it. And
they gotta come with it.
You know they always gonna want to see it, though. You know everybody always gonna want to see it.
We get to see it.
Tank Davis recognizes Devin Haney's undeniable talent, recalling how impressive he was even as a teenager. At the same time, he wonders if Haney's lifestyle and distractions might have slowed his progress. While he respects Haney's skills, Tank emphasizes that discipline and focus are key to staying at the top, suggesting that personal choices could be just as important as talent in determining long-term success.
That video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart, but I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Roy Jones Jr. points to the level of competition Keyshawn Davis has already faced and the speed he brings to the ring. In his view, those traits set Davis apart and mark him as a rising force in boxing.
Good competition. He's fought some elite guys. He's come up short, but he's always fought hard. He's never been stopped. I thought Keyshawn looked really, really good early on in that fight. He looked very poised, and Jermaine was fighting a fight that you typically don't see him fight. Jermaine is known for being very physical, very rough, and he's gonna make it dirty if he has to. He was laying back, and it looked like he was allowing Keyshawn to take some ground and get established, but then Ortiz flipped the script and changed the game plan. He started to get into his normal bag, of roughhousing and making things dirty. And I said, man, I like that. I was telling Shakur, I was in the locker room watching. I said, I like what he did right there, because he went away, let you get comfortable, and then he said, no, here I am. I'm going to be the guy that you actually thought you was going to be fighting, but I'm not going to do it in the first round.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Keyshawn Davis is on the right path, but thinks a little more seasoning would help. From his perspective, taking 1 or 2 more fights could better prepare Davis before stepping in with someone like Devin Haney.
He's different. You understand me? So when you gotta have that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy. You can never count him out. However, if I were pushing Keyshawn, I would have another fight or 2 before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's gonna become to beat.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough fight, you know, for Keyshawn Davis. And I think in many respects, Devin Haney too. You can't take Keyshawn Davis light. He can really fight. He's really like that. The weight difference is a concern, and it's a fair question. Is he ready now? Is he ready a fight or 2 from now? But that's the fight, really. If you really want to scream, I'm back. That's the type of fight that you want, because obviously it's in the Turki Al-Sheikh universe.
On the other hand, Keyshawn Davis confirms his next move is against Lewis Crocker, even after putting all the attention on Devin Haney following his knockout win over Jermaine Ortiz. The decision has sparked debate since Crocker was never mentioned in the moment, but Davis now frames the fight as a calculated step, one he believes strengthens his position before eventually facing Haney.
You'll fight Devin Haney. So, after you knocked out Jermaine Ortiz, let me get this straight. After you stopped Jermaine Ortiz, you made no mention of Lewis Crocker. The first name you called out was Devin Haney, and the only name. Unless I missed the rest of the interview. And now you saying you had a deal in place to fight Lewis Crocker next. And then if it's worth your while, then you'll fight Devin Haney. Because, and I get it, he believes that he needs to get this belt from Lewis Crocker for them to value him the way he wants to be valued in a fight and negotiations with leverage with Devin Haney.
The plan now comes into focus as a business move. A win over Crocker brings a belt and raises Davis's leverage, even if the timing has left some fans frustrated. While the call-out of Haney sets certain expectations, the realities of boxing often force detours. Love it or question it, the approach keeps Davis in the spotlight and only adds more anticipation to his eventual meeting with Haney.
So what's the point in calling out Devin Haney? Why didn't you tell the world, I'm going to fight Lewis Crocker next? Because he knows it's not going to be acceptable. If he came out and he says, after Jermaine Ortiz, I'm fighting Lewis Crocker, he knows that the fans ain't going to accept that. So he's saying Devin Haney multiple times because he understands what Devin Haney represents. This is what many people will call clout chasing. So you're using Devin Haney's name, but you know you have no intentions of fighting him next? Make this make sense. It all makes sense to me. Boxing is the Wild Wild West, and you guys know.
Keyshawn Davis also frames the Haney fight as a chance to chase both belts and legacy. With Haney possibly vacating titles, Davis sees the opportunity to step in and make his mark. While he respects Haney's experience, he believes his own youth, hunger, and skill give him the edge and make him a serious threat in the ring.
I heard that light-skinned kid might vacate them belts, so we just trying to get to them jumps, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a fight? Well, as far as Anthony Yiga goes, what does he bring to the table that can make this a...
He's southpaw. I never fought a southpaw in pros yet. This is a 10-round fight, so I feel like if I was him, I feel like he probably gonna try to drown me. I think he gonna try to come out fast, pressure me, you know what I'm saying, just try to drown me, you know what I'm saying, because I've never been 10 rounds, and I think that's probably his only way he feel like he can just make something happen, you know what I'm saying, because he know he don't got the skill over me. He know I'm the younger fighter, and he know he has the experience over me. So, you know, why not try to drown the younger fighter, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Keith, do you watch tape on the opponents, or you just adjust on the fly?
Oh, I'm a businessman. I study.
Davis breaks down his preparation as meticulous and calculated. He studies every opponent closely, looking for any edge, and believes Haney won't be able to handle his speed, power, and non-stop pressure. Confident in his ability to dominate, Davis predicts a knockout and frames the fight as more than just a win. It's his chance to show he belongs at the very top of the sport.
All right, so what are you looking for? Are you looking for strengths? Are you looking for weaknesses? Like, which one do you prioritize?
I look for everything. I look for where you get cut at every single fight. I look for if somebody fights you dirty, do you complain? I look for all that. Everything that's a weakness, I'm gonna use to my advantage.
I like it. Prediction for the fight?
I'm gonna knock. He's getting up out of there. He's getting up out of there. If y'all gamblers bet on that, y'all gonna, yeah, I'm gonna get.
You referenced Devin Haney possibly vacating the belts.
Yeah.
Do you think after you get a belt, you'll eventually see him at like 140, 147?
I was about to say shit. Oh, hell yeah. Like, I'd love to go to 140. Like, after I won my first world title, 35, I defended one time. I would have no problem going to 140 and test the waters out there and becoming champion at 2 different weight classes, just holding because I know I can do that.
Meanwhile, Floyd Schofield shared a strong take on a potential Davis versus Haney matchup, noting that while both fighters bring excitement, he leans toward Haney. He sees Haney's experience and composure as giving him the advantage, and feels that Davis's win over Jermaine Ortiz may have looked more impressive than it really was, since Ortiz never fully challenged him.
So it don't matter which one go up there. Devin is Devin. Devin going to show up. It's going to be a great fight with either one of them. Because Devin took a loss, and he don't want to take another loss, whether he got it cleaned off his record or not. He don't want to take another one.
Fight though, I ain't gonna lie.
Both of them are good fight. I don't think Keyshawn is going to beat Devin. I really don't believe Keyshawn will beat Devin.
Too much experience? Why?
I don't know. I just don't see. But off my prediction yesterday, I'm not gonna get that because people will say things. But skill wise, I don't believe this new Devin that showed up his last fight, Keyshawn is going to be able to run through like he did Ortiz, a smaller guy who seemed like he didn't want to be in there.
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I don't like Devin, I did not expect Devin to do that to Norm.
Schofield questioned the quick stoppage in the Ortiz fight, feeling Davis got an easy finish, but he still respects his talent and relentless style. He believes Haney's experience and durability put him a step above, having absorbed clean shots without faltering. That said, Davis has the size, speed, and skill to make the fight competitive if he starts strong. In the end, Schofield sees it as an exciting matchup, but leans toward Haney holding the edge.
And Norm was catching him too, and didn't even buckle Devin, so I don't know.
And Keyshawn's performance wasn't great. It was good he stopped him, that the referee gave him a gift. Because the ref stopped it. He didn't even give Ortiz a chance to stand up. Not saying Ortiz would have won, but it wouldn't have been a knockout in that 12 seconds. No, that's what I'm saying, but it wouldn't have been a knockout. The ref gave that gift. He didn't even get his man the count to get up to 8. So, or to 10. So, I don't know. I would want to see the Keyshawn and Devin fight.
Key do got some dog in him, so I would like to see that.
I like the new version of them, though. I like the God more in it. The maturity of seeing them grow up as fathers. Like, yo, just to see these young men get into these points is amazing, and they still in their 20s. So I can imagine them in their 30s.
Greg Hackett frames this matchup as exactly what boxing needs right now. He sees fights like Davis versus Haney as the ones that push the sport forward, where both fighters understand the challenge in front of them and the stakes feel real. In his view, fans want elite names testing each other because those top-level clashes are what truly separate the best from everyone else.
The reason we need fights like that is because there's things each one of them know about each other. They know that those are great fights. We need those fights. We need those fights. We need the Dev and Shakur. We need the Dev and Tio. We need the Africa and Shakur, the Africa and Tio. We need the Gary Antoine mixed in there. We need the Lamont Roach mixed in there. It's a lot of guys. The Abdullah Masons mixed in there. It's a lot of guys we need mixed in there. You know what I'm saying? These are the fights we need. Those other guys, the B class, C class guys, they can't keep up with them, either physically or mentally. Or both together. They can't keep up with him. You see it.
What kind of message do you think Keyshawn, made it in possibly the 40 to 47 division, beating Jermaine Ortiz the way he did?
I mean, I don't know. 47 is a different division. That was at 140.
Hackett also looks at Davis's recent performance as a strong showing, while recognizing that stepping up to 147 brings new tests. He doesn't see size as the issue, believing Davis can handle the physical demands, but consistency and composure will matter as the competition rises. With his skill and hunger, Hackett views a matchup with Haney as the kind of elite fight that makes sense for where boxing is headed.
Keyshawn,
is he too small for 147? He looked good at 40.
No, I don't think he's too small. I don't think he's too small. These guys only look real big on TV. When you see these guys in person, they don't be that big. You know what I'm saying? So he's not too small, no. The thing is, with Keyshawn, can he keep it together? Can he keep it together mentally? If he can keep it together mentally, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn. If he do shit that he say he been doing, which I don't know if he was lying or not, saying that he was drinking and camp and shit like that, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know if it's, you know what I mean, if he was telling the truth. I don't know. But if he could keep it together mentally, you know what I mean, then we see great fights out of Keyshawn.
Say Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney happen next. Who would you favor?
It's tough to say.
Analysts also looked at Davis's claim that he can dominate from 140 to 147 pounds and sees it as bold but intriguing. With the welterweight division lacking fresh matchups and many established names already busy, Davis could bring the new energy the division needs while chasing bigger fights.
Nobody can beat him from pretty much 40 to 47. And he says he wants to fight Jermaine Ortiz and then move up to welterweight, which would be perfect because, like I told you, I really am the best in this business. Like, everything I say is like clockwork, right? It's amazing to me. Sometimes I amaze myself. So what am I talking about? I literally just said welterweight is dry. It's a stale, stagnant, horrible division right now. Not too many ways to mix and match the guys. And then the guys you could mix and match are pretty much busy. The Ryans, the Barrioses, and the Rollies, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And I told you it's going to require, this is how it works in the sport of boxing. I know because I've been here.
The analyst sees moving up in weight as a way to keep boxing exciting. He points to fighters like Jaron Boots Ennis, whose jump created fresh matchups and energy in higher divisions. He believes the same could happen in welterweight if rising stars like Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Gary Antoine Russell step up. For Davis, it's a chance to test himself against bigger opponents while giving fans the high-level fights they want, injecting new life and attention into the division.
When people can't make 40 anymore, just like Jaron Boots Ennis couldn't make 47, and he moved up to 154. Now 54 is cracking. They got 54 out here cracking. Tons of names where you can mix and match the Funduras, the Virgil Ortiz, Jermell Charlo, possibly Errol Spence, Murda Zailev, Boots, right? You got tons of ways you can mix and match these people. 47 right now is dry, so it's going to take Shakur's and the Keyshawns and Gary Antoine Russells or the El Rayos, you know, different Edwin De Los Santos, Matias, different guys to move up to start to purge and like fill out the division. Right now, it's not many options. Again, Devin versus Louis Crockpot is a terrible fight, and I don't know anyone that wants to see it.
Bernie Thaw Boxer reacts with respect for Haney, but admiration for Davis. Having seen Haney up close, he knows the champion is skilled and composed, yet he believes Davis's aggressive style, quick hands, and sharp instincts give him an edge. In Bernie's eyes, Davis brings a hunger and energy that could make all the difference in the ring.
He's a seasoned pro in there, so, you know, it's a great fight. I want to see the fight, but I'll favor Keyshawn just on the strength that I love how Keyshawn fights. I love his meanness. I love, like I say, his kill mentality. He has great hand speed, like I say, great punch selection, and he's willing to mix it up in there. So I will favor Keyshawn, but it's just a fight that I would love to see.
I mean, knowing that Devin Haney fight could be such a big fight down the line, do you would rather see Keyshawn in a fight at 147 first before tackling Devin Haney? What do you think?
No, just give him what he wants.
Give him what he wants.
You know, all the talking, just give him what he wants. If that's what he said, then just do that. You know, sometimes we just gotta listen what they say and give them what they want.
Bernie doesn't see any reason for Davis to wait before facing Haney. He views Davis as a proven star, a silver medalist and world champion, ready to take on the biggest challenges. In his eyes, Davis is prepared to be let off the leash, and nothing should hold him back, with Haney clearly at the top of the list.
Keyshawn's a star. Like I say, he's a silver medalist. He's a world champion already, been a world champion already. There's no more holding back for him now. Just let him go, let him off the leash, you know?
After the fight, Conor Ben comes into the ring. They talk, have some words, but Shakur Stevenson said, I want to put that same rehydration clause you put on Chris Eubank. Tell me, what did you get out of that moment in the ring?
Well, you know, I heard on the press conference where I think it was his manager said that, you know, that was a clown move, but I think Shakur invited that, you know. I don't even know if I would have said all that about Conor being right then, you know, but I think he really wants that fight. He really wants the money for the fight. You know, he's been saying that. And now he came through victorious.
That's all we have from today's video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.